This is an important group of American and international businessmen gathered together to follow the Secretary General's request of all people from all over the world to invest in the developing countries and to help the countries that have had volcanoes and floods to find ways to reconstruct the countries and also at the same time to develop new industries so that the people will have jobs. Now in Africa there are 41 countries having conflicts, dangerous conflicts. Those people who are now having the problem of conflicts, if they can settle down and negotiate peace, then they could in the end develop industries, help people with education, and as they make money in the varying countries and invest, help the citizens of the country. I'm now going to introduce David Shimolian, an investor and a specialist in commodities.
Thank you, Gloria. It's a pleasure to be invited here to this event. One of our major purposes is to be a vehicle to put business people in touch with the governments and the people in authority to help them to develop anything that is needed. Our global alliance organization is here to help anything that is needed as far as funds, as far as any kind of commodities that is needed logistically. We are here to help, and hopefully we could be able to achieve that this evening. Again, thank you very much, Gloria.
Okay, thank you for talking now. And David, we could catch up later and do a sum up. Okay, I'm interviewing Tatiana Enkin, one of the most famous hostesses in New York. She has a salon, a magnificent mansion in the sky across from the United Nations. She invites all sorts of intellectuals and erudite businessmen, and the aim now for her to encourage the businessmen, one along with the Ukrainian Institute, to help fund the refugees all over the world that are from the Ukraine. She's trying to help her fellow landsmen. Tatiana was born in Russia and grew up in Ukraine, or do I have it wrong?
Was born in Ukraine. And
she was born in Ukraine
yes.
And grew up in Russia, and she feels very, very close. So this whole meeting is to discuss this whole meeting is to encourage financing in those areas for reconstruction wherever possible, and to help the refugees from the Ukraine settle wherever they will be with jobs and help using technology and any kind of way to back them up. Thank you. Say a few words and then we'll let you run.
Yes, absolutely. Just all I can say, stay strong. It's absolutely terrible what's happening, and whatever we can help, we'll help. But again, the whole message is let's believe and stay strong.
Yeah, my name is Gary Khan. I'm very, very happy to come for Gloria's event. I think this event has a lot of people here. Almost is a businessman and a businesswoman, but I'm so proud. Gloria told me, do I want to support? To support any kind of event. Of course I am, because of Gloria. Gloria is such a good lady, wonderful lady. I think she's very beautiful. Anything you want to Gloria want to support, I will. I'm the first one to stand out. Okay, and this is a very nice event anyway.
Who came here and started originally working for Mr. Boulot, the famous chef. And Sir Gary learned all about being a famous chef and developing restaurants, and ended up building a few restaurants himself, having learned from one of the great chef entrepreneurs of all time, Mr. Daniel Boulud. Now, Sergari has started several years ago a new business, recycling used motor oil. And it started in Las Vegas, and he's got a factory there. And from the recycled petroleum in the factories, they are now running the school buses. So Sergari would like to see that this recycled motor oil can be done in many countries, like Mexico. It can be done in the Middle East. Recycled motor oil can be recycled anywhere in the world. So this is what Sergari is hoping to do. In the meantime, the Secretary General of the United Nations has asked the businessmen to bring their technology worldwide and to invest even in developing countries all over the world, so that there'll be more education, more finance, and better living, having the tutorship of entrepreneurs like Sergari.
We have our own brewery and winery, but the water company, drinking water company, is coming up soon in the next 4 months. Okay, the water company.
So the water company will be with water from a New York State, tell them.
From Wisconsin.
From Wisconsin.
Wassa. Wassa water is the most famous water in the Wisconsin. The taste, a very good taste.
The developing world to bring new industries that are successful in America to bring to the rest of the world.
I'm the first one.
Yes.
But I've owned a lot of small businesses because I involved in real estate. I've everything from a center to a restaurant, nightclub. I've had state contracts. I've owned my own commercial portfolio, residential portfolio, both sold flip. I'm a public speaker as well, so Tony Robbins, I'm sure. So I'm a trainer for Tony Robbins. So I am. So we go to the events and we have people walk on fire. If you've been to a Tony Robbins event, he has crazy interventions, people are suicidal and all that. Is that right? So Tony's awesome. So what he does from the stage, he can't get to everybody, so he trains us to do what he does. We pick up, but he can't get to everybody, so there's somebody bringing down. He's awesome, yeah. Freaking giant. I'm small next to him.
Oh, he's so tall. I know. Oh my God, he's so tall. Nice to meet you.
So I've been a trainer. I've been involved with the organization for like 23 years as a participant. Then I'm a trainer now 6 years with them. So I kind of go around, we don't really work for them, even though they fly us out and they take care of us and everything else. We're not employees. Yeah. Oh, we connected last time pretty good, but he came back after you. Yeah, so he came back.
Several countries and whatever, but I don't think
I love them. When I'm back from China and Dubai, so we can always talk.
It's all numbers. It's all numbers.
Excited that we have. Nobody understands.
I'll get to where you are. Here it is. Oh, wow.
No.
Listen, I just know that when I went to Rome, I was walking through, the Pope came to the window and said, we didn't expect something like that.
A lot of you are very distinguished, successful businessmen, and there's been a very big request from the United Nations that American businessmen and entrepreneurs think to invest worldwide in other countries, developing countries, and even other wealthy countries to do business, to create a stimulated economy needed in the world today. If in the developing world the investors could invest, and if they can work with the various countries, and the countries can guarantee the investment, or at least not the loss of the funds that are being invested, this would help the businessmen, and they would be dealing with heads of state at the highest level with their consular corps, with their ambassadors for development, working together hand in glove between the investors and the people who need the investor, and then when the investors invest and they make a profit, they can invest in education in these countries, and agriculture, which is needed in the various countries all over the world. Fund is needed, but no businessman is going to throw his hard-earned cash and money to the winds. So it's up to the diplomatic world and the heads of state to meet with these businessmen. So we gathered today, Max Morgan and I, some of the most important businessmen we knew and relied on. Some of them we know for years that are straight shooters, and we suggest there be talks between the diplomats and the investors and find and research a way to increase and help the economy of the world. And Max is going to make the next statement because it's his foundation that is spearheading this move. Max, say a few words.
Thank you, Gloria. And thank you all for coming. Really appreciate you taking the time and spending your weekend, especially on this long weekend, to be here. That shows how much love and respect you have for Gloria and the relationship you all have developed with her over the years. People Authorized Foundation is primarily focused on delivering sustainable peace, not just in the Middle East, but around the world through prosperity and business interaction and development. A little bit of history. In 1978, the Camp David Accord was signed to deliver peace between Egypt and Israel. 42 years to the day, the Abrahamic Accord was signed by President Trump, and more countries signed up to that accord. However, where we stand is, although the diplomatic efforts signing these accords are instrumental and historic, peace can only be delivered when people are engaged on the ground level. Simply put, because governments do change, but people remain. If the people are able to engage in dialogue and discussion and business deals that bring profitability and development, especially to countries that need more science, we can learn from each other. We can bring the world together by exchanging not just the resources and the science and technology, but the passion to live peacefully together. We're hosting this magnificent event in New Jersey next month, March 10th through the 12th, at Trump National Bedminster. It's going to be for 3 days, and the purpose is to bring people with business ideas and bring investors, not just in America, but in these countries that help countries like Saudi Arabia, Israel, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, but also around the world, Ukraine, Haiti. And the setup is going to be, each table is headed by a representative of one country and seated with 11 other either business startups or investors, and discuss what opportunities they can brainstorm together to bring more business to their unique country or across other countries as well, to ensure that peace can be something that we can enjoy in our lifetime and not just have to wish that our kids will enjoy one day. Hope you all go to the website. It's peopleauthorized.org. Get a little bit more information. And we also, it's not going to be all business. It's going to be business from breakfast until dinner, and then entertainment, cocktails, and dance, and an opportunity to get to know each other for 3 days. Learn about each other on a personal level. The least that you can benefit from that event is you're going to definitely make a few friends. On the optimistic side, you're going to see a lot of business deals or connect other people that you know in your contact list to similar contacts from people that you're going to meet in the event. And hopefully the weather will cooperate and we'll play a little bit of golf. If not, we have a simulator that will be an indoor golf tournament. So nobody should judge me. I don't play that good, but you all can enjoy.
Max, tell them about the 3 days, why you chose 3 days. Friday, where some people are very religious and it's Shabbat.
Yes.
Or even Saturday, where the Muslims also, Friday night and Saturday night, some religious Muslims might be concerned about attending. Could you explain your thoughts on that?
So, as Gloria stated, Friday is a holiday for Muslims. Saturday is a holiday for Jewish people, and Sunday is for Christians. So we're combining all 3 days. So everybody from every faith has no excuse. They can choose the day that they observe and be there. But also, I organized and attended tens of thousands of events over my lifetime, whether nationally or internationally. And one thing in common in all these events that I noticed, most people don't have a chance. Like even this event, there are great people here, but I can guarantee you, all of you missed an opportunity to meet somebody standing right here. And this is where the idea came about, is to allow people enough time to bond together, get to know each other on a personal level. Spending 3 days together will deliver that. As I mentioned, either on a personal level or business or diplomacy or other intellectual thinking or just common interests that they would have together. So I just hope that you all participate, and the benefit, again, from most of the events that I attended before is driven towards the organizers' return of investment. How much did the event cost them, and how much did they bring back? They broke even or made a little profit, that's great. But this event is not really about that. It's about every individual participant at the end of the 3-day, their return of investment. Did they make more contacts? Did they seal business deals? Oh, we're going to get a commission, by the way. Any business deals that get cut, so you will have to donate to the foundation. But the idea really is to benefit people, and we can only host 250 people. So the idea is every one of the 250 people at the end of 3 days have gained some benefit. They left happy and satisfied on whatever level that brought them there. Oris, hi.
Yes, hi, Max. A question. You mentioned diplomats and business, right? Can you just talk a little bit about how that would be integrated in a public-private partnership setting? Will consul generals be there? What are your thoughts on that? Because that's very important, especially in the countries that you highlighted in the Middle East.
Yes, thank you, Oris. This is I'm glad that a lot of people don't know this and they've been asking me, but yes, we've invited members of the UN and Washington, D.C. from different countries on the diplomatic level to represent their country. Also, we invited members of Congress from New York and from Florida and from other states as well that they will be attending, and other surprise guests that we can't announce yet. But pretty much each country has unique investment opportunities, laws and guidelines, incentives, tax incentives, and otherwise. So this is why we are not in charge of promoting one country. If we have a representative, whether from the Consul General or the Trade Council, that each mission can decide who would represent them, and they will be seated with the people. They're the ones asking them questions, and it's up to that representative to present what his or her country has to offer to attract those investments. And a lot of the times, it's really deals are sealed in a small setting that are delayed based on one answer or one obstacle that a representative of that country can answer. Tax incentive or legal formation, or some countries require local sponsor partners, or some countries don't. But I had been fortunate enough to travel around the world. I've been to many countries in Europe, in the Middle East, Asia, and Latin America, and I had a chance to see the variations in countries. There are international trade laws that are unique and standard, but they're also each country try to attract more foreign investment, especially with what's happening with the war in Ukraine, and what's happening in Turkey and Syria and Israel and Lebanon. So there are fierce competition now. Each country is trying to bring the monies forward. So just a small example, like in the last 3 months, I've met so many people, and everybody has a new startup or a new business idea, and everybody's raising funds for something. That just tells you that there's shortage of funds. Those funds are sitting somewhere. They're there, I can guarantee you they're there, but they're not lined up with those investors. I'm a political advisor, but also a financial advisor. And I know that investors would love nothing more than to invest their money in secure or profitable vehicles. So they're always actively looking for those projects, but they're missing each other. So what we're aiming to do is bring those people
together.
Yes. Also, we are going to be recognizing some heads of states for their role in the Abrahamic Accord as an effort to promote that region. Have been suffering for a long time, and it deserves some stability, deserves some development, and some ease. So we will. I personally am passionate about having peace, allowing people to raise their children in an environment that they deserve. There are no winners to war, regardless of which side they're on. So we're human, we're intelligent, and I think everybody can get along and get to figure out a way to think about how they can be living their lives and how their children can be living their lives rather than engaging in war, unless absolutely necessary.
If anybody else has any questions, I'm sure Max can answer.
Oh, I have to, wait, I'm sorry, Gloria. Also, forgive me. David Shimolian, Cindy Yee, who else I'm missing here? Hunter Gilmore. Taberis is not here yet. Taberis is not here.
Taberis is not here.
So I don't want this to look like it's just me, but we have a great team of people that are like David and Cindy and Hunter and Taberis and Rabbi Levy and who else? So we've been working on this for quite a while, trying to bring the best out of it.
Maybe Hunter wants to say just a few
Absolutely.
words. Hunter,
Sure.
do you want to say a few words? Hunter and I go back, not Hunter and I, but I go all the way back to his grandfather, who was a military staff member of the United Nations Secretariat. And Hunter's grandfather was very famous because he was based, I believe, in South Africa and was sent to explore the reasons that Dag Hammarskjöld's plane was shot down. And unfortunately, it was malfeasance. And it wasn't just an accident. The plane was shot down with one of the greatest diplomats of all time, Dag Hammarskjöld. Wow. So Hunter wants to say a few words, maybe.
Well, thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. And thank you, everyone, for attending and showing your support. I think this is a testament to what Max has been able to put together with what I hope, and I know everyone involved in the organization, globally is going to be what People's Authorized is all about. And I think one of the greatest accomplishments of President Trump was the Abraham Accords to bring peace to the Middle East. And it was really incredible of what he was able to do. And with all of the tumultuous activities that are going on throughout the world today, I think it's organizations like this and events like this that are so important because it brings together both the business side and the political side together in such a way where people can create better, more unified relationships. And so, you know, I think this is really going to be a step in the right direction. And we hope that you share this event. I know, Max, it's only 250 people, right?
Yes.
So, you know, obviously it's going to be limited, but the people that are coming are of the highest caliber in class, and that's what we're looking for because they are the change makers. And really that's the goal of this is not just talking the talk, but actually walking the walk. And I think when we have like-minded individuals in a room and we can collaborate and network in such a way that we actually get results done for, you know, the greater good, I think it's a positive thing. And so, you know, I commend Max for his vision on this, and I support it. I stand behind him 100%, especially with everybody else on the team. So thank you everyone for being here, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you.
Please relax.
Right.
Any questions, go hunt for Max. I wouldn't know what to say.
Oh, let me hide. Let me run and hide. Thank you again, everybody.
Let's go and enjoy ourselves.
You know, the reason why Africa has investment South America, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, France would be very good too.